Hello, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. Last time you took down the Turks, the Ottoman Empire still cold, and with that I actually believe that we've completed all our goals. But before we can retire, I must check out if there are any wars that I need to intervene in. We are trying to increase ties with Russia right now. That is good. I want half of you on the Egyptian border. Move. And the other half on this border right here. Let's have more tanks here. We're still building those trucks, so once they are done, we should be fine. The annexation of Libya. After a long fight with the Libyans, we have launched a full offensive and forced the Libyan army to surrender. Tripoli is now in our hands. I could create my Mare Nostrum, but I don't need that. All I want is the Balkans. The conquest of Anatolia. We have destroyed the last remnant of the Turkish states and have finally put the sick man of Europe in his grave. Our troops patrol the streets of Ankara and the ancient city of Constantinople. However, we can't remain as occupants for over... forever. A decision will have to be made in regards to the future government of the Turkish people. Maintain the military occupation. The annexation of Levant. We have conquered the wealthy lands of Levant, including the grand and ancient city of Damascus. What do we do with these Ottoman territories? Create an united Arab state. The fate of Cyprus. Let's liberate Cyprus as well. Annexation of Arabia. A loyal Arabia. It seems like the Germans actually gave Egypt some land here. Doesn't matter. Still. You have an order. Move. Where we went forward. With Yemen and Crete. Well, Crete's gonna be a little bit of a challenge, I guess. Okay, let's launch this mission. The conquest of Constantinople. Finally, it seems as though we have rightfully taken the lands that is ours. Constantinople. Yes, it was ours during... Constantinople was never ours. Which was once the hands of the perfidious Turks, is now in our hands. We have managed to avenge the fall of Constantinople, which had occurred in 1453, nearly 500 years ago, and have placed the city in Orthodox hands once more. The Hagia Sophia, the Ottoman Patriarch, will now be safe in the Christian hands. What a joyous occasion! So, this is ours. And what to do with you? Take Cairo and Alexandria. You here? Good. Take this. Actually, no, wait. I want you to have an offensive order. Not so offensive. Go. Cairo is ours. And goes Alexandria. Crete is conquered for you and the Tsar. The Tsar grants us victory. Okay, we'll see this in a second. Okay, go like so. Move. A famous German writer and member of the lost generation of poets, Erich Maria Remarque, has released a new book, the first major work of alternate history in the German Empire. The story is a gripping tale about the life of a young Vale Creek veteran trying to live in a shell shock and the defeated Germany. In this timeline, Theodore Roosevelt and the Bull Moose Party win the 1912 American presidential elections, leading to an American entry into the Vale Creek, and thus an Entente victory. A defeat and partially occupied Germany is gripped by constant economic and political crisis, witnesses the defeat of the Whites in the Russian Civil War, and is coped by a bitter and extremely nationalist Adam Dressler and the German Workers' Party, who follow the ideology of People's Socialism, which is just an extreme version of national populism. The novel ends with the beginning of a three-sided war between Dressler's New Reich, the Western Entente, and the Soviet Russia, led by Sergei Kirov. One would assume that if we live in this alternate world, an alternate world to those guys will be Leon Trotsky taking over the Soviet Union as Lenin dies or something like that, but okay. While many criticize it for large flaws in historical logic, Remarque defends his tale, saying that something like this could have happened in another universe. No, it couldn't. It's absolutely impossible. Anyway. Oh, right. We have no templates for our middle tanks, which means that we need to switch up some of our gear. There's medium tanks. And this. I am actually not gonna have anti-tank. There we have it. 5 tanks would be enough, I hope. We need 1,000 medium tanks for that. And we need to create some mechanized. So, here's our mechanized division. There we go. We're barely living on the edge here. More military factories. Also, there. I never did switch this law. I guess I no longer need to. Okay, once you're done, we're gonna drop you over there. There's our video. It's ours. Liberate Egypt, Sudan. We're still gonna keep Suez Canal. Who will actually cast the Panama Canal, I wonder? Okay. Central America. Increase the ties with Russia is done. Next. The Bulgarian-Russian trade deal. Military intelligence, which gives you decryption. Vladimir Stoichev, that's our commander here, right? Yeah. What do you give? I might actually hire this guy. Military intelligence, supply consumption, social democrat though. That's what we're looking for. Let's have you. Ivan Volkov. It's the same guy, except that he is a national populist. Are you guys ready? Almost, but not quite. So, we have increased ties with Russia, I hope. Are you running away? There you go. That should put an end to our thirst for manpower. Okay, you next. Then we're gonna hope for artillery, and rocket artillery. Okay, 12 of you, 9 of you. That's all we need. The rest will be infantry. The Russian state has declined. What? Unfortunately, it seems though the Russians have decided to decline further ties with our two nations. They've cited the turbulent atmosphere alongside the concerns in the Balkans as a reason. While we know that these are, of course, blatant lies, it seems as though there is nothing we can do. Damn it! Oh, and this will take some political power away from us. Thank you for that, Russia. I will remember this. Next, more decryption, please. Can you help him? Oh, I guess we're gonna stick up with Austria then. There you go. Yemen was captured. Let's get out of here. I wish I could draw the map. I would usually not care about this, but because the peace conferences in this game are awful unless you lead them yourself. They never ask if I want to liberate Crete. Okay. It doesn't actually matter. So we are getting some manpower. How much do we need? Hey, look, there's our trucks. Okay, we need some medium tanks and mechanized. This is gonna take some time. So, did you level up? He's even level 3 now. See, told you he'd learn. His attack skill was amazing, his defense skill was not though. And what about you? Well, you've become amazing as well. Level 4, level 5. Vladimir Stoichev. Of course, he's one of the best generals we have right now. So, one of the following must be true. Russian state does not exist. What? Free trade policy? That would be nice, right? We have a little bit more tungsten than needed. I honestly thought that the Russians will be happy. I mean, after all, we are trading exclusively from them. Japanese East India. Hey Russia, who are you at war with? The Baltic Union. Baltic Union is already fallen. We'll just have to wait. Oh, you're still one of the best generals, unfortunately. Why are you so weak? You were a great general during the First World War. Rubber. Okay, rubber. Let's get it all exclusively from Japan. The Russian state has declined. Of course they did. And that cost me 24 more political power. Damn it. Okay, let's have this radar station in Sofia. So how's my manpower going? It is rising a little bit. We have figured it 500,000 men. That's more than enough to hold every single person who tries to take my nation from me. It seems to be going well. I actually didn't expect Italy to be doing so well. Okay. Can I join the Austrian faction? I have nothing against working with the Austrians. It's gonna take some time to check that out though. It's 20th December, in 4 days we're gonna start doing this. More construction effort. There you go. By empowering the private sector, we can take the burden of payment off the government, which will allow for expanded budget and increased efficiency within the various economic institutions. Do that. You're almost done. 2 more days. And go. Again, I'm not very certain that does anything. The combined syndicalists of America declare war on Mexico. Now that's gonna be an interesting war. The Commune of France has volunteers to Mexico, to America, which means that you're no longer fighting anyone? Yes, they are. Okay. How many troops do you have? Twice as many. Yeah, Mexico's gonna fall here. And how's La Plata doing? They are fighting Brazil. It's a necro fighting, I guess, but I'm not certain who's gonna win. We know that Bolivia works for La Plata, which is weird. I thought they are trying to unite all South America. But apparently not. The Russian state. Oh wow, Russia is kicking back hard. So Russia, you hate me for some reason. Different ideologies, reject our advances, reject our trade offer. Banned from trade nation. Thankfully, it seems as though most, if not all, of our reforms were met with great success and backing of the Bulgarian people. We can rest easy knowing that we have done our job properly. For the Bulgarian state is stable, its people unified, and throughout it all we have managed to preserve liberty and democracy. Our great nation will live on forever. Okay, we have quite a lot of bombers. And a little bit more fighters than expected. Speaking of which, close air support, I want you to have 500 of you. There you go. And yeah, well, that's it, I guess. I don't know, should I continue this? I mean, I was hoping to unite myself with Russia, or Austria actually. Well, let's see if we can join a faction with Austria. It seems like Austria is... How should I put this? Extremely pacifistic. How's my recruitable population? Still growing? We have 11 million people. $200 more mechanized, 270 actually. So yeah, we'll have 9 tanks. We're waiting for the trucks. Let's say we're doing well. So, you can see what you're doing now. Institutionalize the Vienna Circle. Can I improve the relations with you? Let's do that. It's gonna cost us some political power. And we're not very stable right now. Again, if we were on good stability, it would go down weekly, which I find extremely stupid. And I'm not gonna stop complaining about it. There we go. Okay, 8 tanks. 12, 13, 14, and 10 more infantry. There we go. That's all that we need. Column forward take. Stable and United Bulgaria. Great, that's done. So we go on air forces or naval doctrine. Okay. I see. Why would you even pick that? Right, so let's start with you. And our stability just raised. Great. Okay, what's next? Naval aircraft research, which will give me 50% research bonus on the next naval aircraft. Which of course means that we will need to research that. And maybe even that. But I do prefer more fighters. All we have to do is wait then. Okay, what about this thing? Destroy enemy supply lines. Strategic bombers. I don't care about that. Yeah, next we're gonna go this way. And while we're doing this, sure. Let's have. I do want this one as well. Fine. Fighters are a little bit more important. We are using them. Now that we're not using our... Ooh, look at that. War support 100%. Mobilization speed, diversion attack to core territory, vision defense on core territory, command power multiplier. The Papal State has capitulated and Rome has fallen. Italian general, isn't it an Italian general, just secured the surrender of the Eternal City for days. Italian troops had fought throughout the suburbs, and while some of the swampy areas were still under papal control, the majority highway through the center of Rome and the Vatican City was completely locked down. Papal soldiers have been seen dispersing into the lawful field surrounding the ancient capital of the Roman Empire. Okay, the Socialist Republic of Italy has been careful to announce that the special military police are on hand. in the city to prevent looting of St. Peter's Basilica and the Pantheon. And they are in negotiation with the Pope to see what autonomy the Vatican can retain under the Italian occupation. How will the Papal States recover from this? They won't. They can capitulate. Guarantee our forces. Okay. Invest in the fighters next. How long? 370 days for you and 200 and some days for you. What resources do you have? I'm just curious. You have steel. Let's terminate all the trading from Soviet Union. Wow. And switch to Austria, if we can find them. Okay, I guess we cannot find them. Portugal has conquered all. Well, they are part of the Commonwealth. The Entente. Yeah, the Entente, not the Commonwealth. We need quite a lot of manpower here. In 30 days we'll start having that, and we'll switch to something a little bit different. What's that? We can drop down some tanks. Nice. Okay, you too. Here. There you go. Russia has won its war. What are you gonna do though? You gonna free Mongolia? Nope. Completely annexed. Well, it seems like Russia is the true victor here. The fall of Rio de Janeiro. Wow, La Plata is doing quite well. The fighting in Rio de Janeiro seems to have stopped for now, after days of gruesome assaults by Platinian forces. Despite the city's immense defensible position, the Brazilian garrison could not prevent the cathedrals and most of the city proper from falling into the Platinian hands. While fighting lingers in the hills and forests, regular Brazilian forces have been dispersed out and battled in over. Much of Rio was damaged by the fighting, with Platinian shells destroying the dome of Candelária Church and Rio Grandaza Tunnel being collapsed by desperate Brazilian soldiers to hold the Platine advance, with Platine soldiers garrisoning almost every street and columns parading on the city center. It is clear that La Plata has taken a major step in the war against Brazil. The Brazilian situation appears dire. Does it though? Oh, definitely. Seems like you have more forces and are kicking them back quite hard. Okay. So that's our nation now. I could take down Austria as well. Pretty sure I can't. They do have a lot of troops. Alright, let's go and close our spot next. I really ran quick through that tree, didn't I? I'm not complaining, that was a good idea. Okay. Construction effort completed. Get some more resources from you, and then we just wait. Okay. Let's go this way. Let's purchase some from Sweden. The Iberian Federation has capitulated. The anarcho-Spanish government has gone into exile. Their main forces have capitulated to Portugal, who is now in control of their home area. Good. Good. I wish I could actually join the French here now. Can I join the Entente if I ask you to? No. Okay. So all Bulgaria is protected by this radar right there. Nice. What shall happen with the Commune of France? We even have manpower left. 1 million men. Yeah, you have more than enough to beat back the Brits. You've lost 3 million people. France has lost one of those million. Britain, one more. Italy, 500,000. Spain, another half. And you guys have lost 1.7 million. Papal State is not in a faction. It has capitulated, but it still exists. So you must be a puppet to someone. 2 Sicilies. Huh. Okay, we are still getting manpower, right? Sorta. Kinda. Maybe. Okay, let's wait. We are not in a rush right now. And we're gonna gain some political power here. Why can't I switch you off? Okay. Thing is that we are politically strong right now. Should we try to improve our relations with the Russians? Let's do that. Why not? I want to belong somewhere. You don't have any ships? Wow, look at that. And you still haven't researched that. That's an amazing technology. Why have you ignored it? Let's wait. So, what's your opinion of us? Oh, they love us. Sorta. Are we still improving relations with them? How long will this continue? Improving relations is kinda stupid in this game. Ah, the fall of Mexico City. Mexico City, the oldest capital in North America and the 15th largest by population, fell today to the invading American forces when cycled the major transportation arteries throughout the lower areas, forcing the Mexican defenders to bleed off with a foothill to the east. As of today, General in charge of the American occupation was sighted entering the National Palace to negotiate with the government for a ceasefire. Rumors claim the American troops are touring the old Aztec ruins and picking up free souvenirs from their cells, and now it looks like the souvenirs and the survivors of the Spanish tyranny will learn to live under the yoke of the American control. Now that's bad. Problem is that communism is spreading quite well. Are we done with this? 5 days, okay. Let's pick up that close air support planes. There you go. And we will see how this goes. Okay, we're waiting for you. I am going to research the next tank. And then this close air support. Okay, once you are done, we're gonna go this way. Are we still getting men? Yes. This action is not possible right now. Alexander Griginov, who is this? I need to switch this guy around. Build new air bases, good. Go with that. Yo, Sweden, more metal please. Let's purchase from Venezuela. And some tanks from Central America has capitulated. Canadian Commonwealth took it over. Oh, looks like the French are bringing the Portuguese and the other French back. Lisbon has fallen. Reports from Lisbon confirm that the Portuguese city has been captured by advancing anarcho-Spanish troops. After skirmishes throughout the Serra de Monsenhor and rapid push towards the mouth of the Tagus River, Portuguese forces put up a safe resistance, hoping to delay the anarcho-Spanish forces for as long as possible, but were eventually beaten back. The fight for Lisbon was complicated, as the Portuguese defenders intentionally destroyed Lisbon's bridge, forcing attackers to ford across the large river to fully capture the city. A ceremony was held in the Paca do Compercio, where anarcho-Spanish forces called for the surrender of all remaining Portuguese soldiers in the hillside. I see. Great you. More oil from Venezuela and more iron from Germany. The fall of Beijing. After days of high-intensity fighting in the capital suburbs, Pengatian troops finally scaled the walls of the outer city, scattering the defenders and making further defenses of the capital all but unattainable. With rail lines into and out of the city thoughtfully cut, the remaining quit forces quickly detained the deserting soldiers and melted into the urban population. While Pengatian colors now fly over the Tinanian gate, the flames at Zagerman sent towards the columns of thick black smoke into the sky. It is sad symbolism, lost on few amongst the war-weary population. China can only hope that the city's new occupants, one of many since the turn of the century, will finally restore some modern medicine of peace and order. It seems that King's situation has grown dire indeed. Technically you can say that. It doesn't seem to be true though. Who are you fighting right now? Oh, you are fighting the... communists. So it's gonna be interesting. Russia, how many soldiers have died from your part? And what are you researching? Resource program. Are you serious? Time to retake our lands to the west. We must subjugate central Poland. Claim Transamateur. It's gonna take some time before you actually do something. Yeah, that's why Kaiserreich is not the best mode in the world. It is a good mode, but honestly, there is no way I can actually join a faction in this mode. You still love me, it seems. Okay. Aerial doctrine or naval doctrine. Well, it's only 2 more research than this, so let's start with you. And you. Yes, there are a lot of land forces I need to look towards. Oh dear. So we only have 2 battleships. I do need some destroyers. Speaking of destroyers... Oh, finally some manpower. I was beginning to forget how that looked alike anyway. Wrong. Okay, you go up and you will be switched to destroyers. Place them on this fleet once they are done. How long until this is done? A few more days, I guess. Concentrated industry. Export focus. Huh. Okay. Am I missing a soldier somewhere? Add 1 more tank then. I thought I counted that correctly. I guess I was wrong. The thing is that Kaiserreich is not a true. And there goes Portugal. And every force that was in Europe, belonging to any other uncommunist nation, to Western Europe, is now gone. Okay, next, naval. You are still one of the greater generals, dude, having higher skill. Okay, here's the thing, if I declare war on Austria, I'm going to have all my forces on the Balkans defended. In fact, I may have to store them from here to here. Skopje will fall. This state sucks, by the way. Why can't you just integrate onto this one? Or this one? It's 5th of November. We can wait a little bit before we do anything stupid. In 16 days, we'll have new tanks. Okay. I am going to have you... Let's see, how will this work? We'll also need to protect the docks. If we go like this, we can definitely hold them eternally if we do that. So, let's have a single fort level everywhere. There we go. Also, I'm gonna take one of you. We need 5 people to defend the forts. 6 people. Okay. Hmm. Let's have it like that. Actually, no. Thank you. You are gonna be Defender Green. And yes, I'm gonna keep the shield on you. If everything turns out well, we might be able to attack and take down the Austrian Empire. And then perhaps continue on. Do you like me now? -3 a month. Yeah, let's continue doing that. Speaking of which... Okay, I do wish you could get a little bit more political power in this mod. I mean, if you were at war, maybe. Papal State has capitulated once more, apparently. The 2 Sicilies are going down. Okay, use that, and that's gonna be the last one. Now we have 47,000 men. Are we getting more? Just curious. Apparently yes. And we do need to switch this guy out. Encryption and decryption, secret police, paternal autocrats. We need... What are you? Authoritarian Democrat. Authoritarian. Well... I could hire this market liberal. Joseph Featherhead. Political. Minister of Interior. Political power gain. Construction speed. Social Democrat. Social Liberal. We'll see. Okay, it seems like we need just 11 more tanks. And we're gonna leave you at this. Good. Good. No longer need that much tungsten, but we will need more steel. There you go. Yeah, who has the best defensive qualities in this army? What, seriously? No one? You then. Fortunately, he is a field marshal who can be a general. Okay. Go with that. Let's switch this guy out. Give him to... Who was it? I think... You do give me a little bit of political power though. Huge difference between those two. So which one should I hire? The market liberal or the social democrat? Grigor Cheshmedjiev. I think I can pronounce that name better. Yosef Fenderhead. Market liberal. Go with that guy. Hooray for new medium tanks. Also, we will need some more steel now. Let's get it from Russia, I guess. Close air support, grab it. We should be ready for the last push. In time. Go with that. Okay, there's nothing else we can actually have here. I wish there was a window that allows me to concentrate on political power. Well, it doesn't matter. I guess not picking anything works as well. Oh, Russia. The Baltic Union. Now here's my idea. If I join Austria and their faction, I'm going to declare war on the communists and ask them to join us in, at which point we should have superiority over them. If they decline, I might actually just attack Austria and leave it at that. I am not certain though. Mechanized. Okay, we are waiting for you as well, 56%. You're no longer ahead of time, are you? No, go with that. Great you. There's the rocket artillery. Alrighty. Finally, you have some destroyers in your rank. We have focused too much on those guys. Okay, do we have a battleship that is good enough? Yeah, just switch him out. I know, 100 days, it's a big deal. Russia, how are you going? In Austria? Why haven't you picked that yet? Oh, I see. I guess you have quite a lot of military factories. It's amazing, really. You go with that. Wow. Awesome. Okay guys, let's have you all on top here. I think we have more than enough naval dockyards. Okay, here's some tanks for you. Okay, have two more. And our army should be ready in a moment. How's this war going? Honestly, I'm not certain who is winning. And you? Poland? Are you allied with anyone? Seas Polish Galicia. Oh! This is gonna be interesting. Not yet lost. What is this not yet lost? Just curious. Gain base war support plus 10, manpower plus 20,000, Poland forever. A firm hand, that's great. No, I actually think that the Polish tree is amazing. The stab in the back. The Saxon king. True Polish king. Lithuanian king. A von Habsburg. Okay, do you have a war goal against Austria? No. Then what was that about? Oh yes you do. This might actually be an interesting war. If they ever decide to fight it out. One more tank, not a big deal. Okay, once we are ready, in fact not once we are ready, once we have... Oh, look at them moving. Why did you give that back to Germany? I thought you would keep it. It only makes sense. Crackdown, military crackdown, okay. Party popularity. It's not very high right now for some reason. Alright, so I am going to end this episode here. Yeah, thank you all for joining me, and I'm gonna see you all next time. Goodbye.